Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival, and we've got a bit of a tough game ahead of us today. We don't travel anywhere. At St James's Park, Tottenham will be rolling up trying to knock us off of what has been a pretty decent streak of results. If we have a look at down here, streak of Newcastle United wins. We're on something like a three-match unbeaten run, which for this season is unusual indeed. In fact, if you include draws, we're now unbeaten in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches, 7 in the Premier League, and the last one being a 3-0 drubbing of Norwich City. Goals from Richie and Coco, and another one from Joel Linton, contributing to a pretty decent victory for us. And now, after some rest, we come up against Tottenham Hotspur. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's see what we can do against this mob. Have a quick look at the game plan, make sure that everyone's up for it, and you can see from that everyone is well rested, ready to go, and in pretty decent form. I'm not going to make any changes. I think that team should be enough to do a job for us. The only one I would consider making is potentially to bring Nkunku in for Almiron, but Almiron is in such good form that I'm going to leave him as is. And he did actually start our last match against Norwich, so it would be foolish to change things. Tottenham apparently have 4 different kits this year. Oh, I see. The 4th kit is just with the white shorts instead of the dark shorts. Okay, let's go with the sky blue for Tottenham so we can differentiate. Right, let's see. I fully expect to not win this match, but at the very least I want to try and get a draw out of it. I think that is realistic. On the run of form that we're on, with the teams that we've played against and gotten points from, I don't think it's unreasonable, at home as well, to expect us to manage to get at least a point out of this.
Terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide
we'll skip through the cinematics and get straight into the action. No need to waste time here.
The weathermen really get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. Shouldn't be bad enough in any sense.
Okay, so there will be rain later.
Impact on the game of football. But it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of other factors, of course. Principally, has a hit!
Oh, 1-0! It's an early goal for Joel Linton. He rolled the defender and stuck it into the bottom corner. And what a fantastic start for Newcastle United. This boy cannot be stopped.
They had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position where it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business.
Let's have a quick look at the replay for that goal. Just used his strength and his ability on the ball to turn his man. He didn't exactly place it into the far corner. Goalkeeper probably could have done better, honestly. But look at that, all right foot until the finish. Yeah, the goalkeeper may be a little bit too far off of his line to be able to react quick enough. But in the end, it's a goal. And I'm very happy with that. Now we just have to make sure we don't make any silly mistakes. And actually, we should try and crack on, because scoring that early, it could really put the shakes on the opposition.
And it's played forward.
So let's see what we can do here. Of course, we need to actually get the ball back off of them.
Dyer. Rose. And here's Son Heung-min. Keeps everyone
guessing. Be wary of a quick reply.
Danny Rose, not easily shrugged off the ball. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can
unlucky.
Open up many possibilities.
He's just trying to get the ball on to Allen over there, but he couldn't quite.
Sends that a long way.
Tottenham have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not.
Massive leap!
Ooh, goalkeeper had to be alert to that one.
A fine save!
Well, what can I
Outside
say?
chance to the
Truly
goal.
Wonderful
An
goal.
own goal, I should have said.
Newcastle are unbeaten in their last 5 here. Willems.
Tottenham now operating with attacking fullbacks. We'll have to be wary of the width.
Drives it forward. Willems. Whipped in.
I just want to watch a replay of that because I've got a suspicion that Allen has showboated there. Let's fast forward to the moment. Right, okay. Keep an eye on his feet because I've got a feeling. Oh, you cheeky bugger. If only we could have made something of that. That would have made that a very, very special goal. I feel like forcing them out wide is kind of playing into their hands a little bit.
For the first time in a while.
I've drawn the midfielder out. Oh, no. Damn it.
He'll have a go.
Okay.
Oh, what a wonderful stop.
Kane is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Oh dear, we need to watch out for that. Tottenham are alive to us playing the ball across and they're going to look to intercept where they can.
Almiron. Newcastle scored early, of course, and the score is 1-0. Henriks. More than happy to take
Too easy, far
approach.
too easy for him to win that ball.
Lo Celso. Alderweireld plays it over to the other flank. Has he found his man? And it's Lucas Moura.
Going to have to hope that the attacking
Lucas
midfielders
Moura
will fan out wide, give our fullbacks a little bit more cover in those positions.
Henriks conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side.
No, couldn't quite do it. A little bit disappointed
Rose.
with the wide men at the moment. They're not really giving
Dyer.
us what we want from them.
Son Heung-min. Rose. Winks. Out to the right.
Ooh, he's miscontrolled that, and that's let us off, I think.
Gone for a throw-in.
I'm tempted to cancel the attacking fullbacks, just for the time being. I'm going to leave them on for now.
Henriks. Ritchie. Newcastle are ahead here. It has been a good half for them.
Ooh, unlucky. I like what he was going for.
Lo Celso. Sanchez. Klein. Lo Celso. Dyer. Sanchez. Winks.
Just playing it around, looking for
Lo
an
Celso.
opening at the moment. They may have found one down this side.
Lucas Moura.
Allen's done a good job to get across and put a little
Klein.
bit of pressure on his man.
Lucas Moura
But
provides
they
an outlet.
have got an opportunity to cross the ball, and luckily the fullback was alert to it.
Better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll.
Okay, and that is half time.
So there
A
you have
pretty
it.
uneventful
Half
first
football.
half. We do have to be very, very careful.
Ultimately produced
I can
just
see
one goal.
Tottenham probing areas and looking for their opportunity.
You obviously have to give credit to the front man for the half-time.
We've only had the one shot. Luckily it was on target and it did go in.
They worked tirelessly for me.
We're going to have to be careful.
Newcastle come in, having established
And
that
in this
lead.
second half it's going to be
Where
very
the narrative
important that
is,
the midfield does their
in
job.
terms of
And
the
I am
scoreline,
thinking if
so far,
maybe
so good.
Nkunku, with his slightly more
So we're just
defensive
settling back into
nature
this second half.
or defensive ability, would not be a
Newcastle
terrible
carrying
idea
a
to bring
one-goal
him in
lead.
for Almiron. We don't lose anything going forward, except for a slight amount of pace. But what he does give us is a lot more defensively.
And then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope he's thick-skinned.
That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
Come on.
Well, I'm a believer in having faith in your ability, but he's overdone it then.
Win that. Lovely.
Ritchie.
Well done.
John Joe
That's
Shelby.
good. Come on, John Joe. Win it. Lovely. Well done, son.
Ritchie. John Joe Shelby.
Oh, come on, ref.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
This might be the opportunity just to make that change, actually. I know he's in good form, but needs must, and we do need a little bit more physicality in the middle of the pitch. So we're going to go with that. And actually, before we play the ball, I'm also going to just drop both midfielders slightly deeper.
Hayden. Mats Hummels. Nkunku. He's got options out wide.
Oh, was he offside? I didn't think he was. It must be fractional. Oh, that's close. That's very close. He can score with his head, which was offside, but that's pretty harsh. But never mind. Now, switch on. Let's be defensively solid. Make sure that we don't give anything away. Lovely. Beautiful. Ah, no. No, no, no. That was silly. That was silly. Oh, he's done well to win it back, though.
Dinks one in.
Jolinson, make a hassle. Come on, hassle them. That's it. Well done.
Hayden. Willems. Looks to clip it forward. He's got away. Turns and goes back.
Just the wrong pass at the end. That's the only thing that let it down.
Back. Lucas Moura battles to win it back. Now it's Son Heung-min.
He's got to go and win it.
Kane.
He's got to win it. He's got to win it. Oh no! They've equalised.
Well, that's something that'll make the
and that's poor defending from me. It's nothing to do with the players on the pitch. I chose to bring the defender forward to try and intercept the ball, and it was absolutely the wrong choice to make. And it's that man Kane again. It sickens me when I see him celebrating in a Tottenham shirt.
Now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Thought I had enough to keep him at bay, but obviously not. And it's 1-1.
Tottenham had the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and
Nkunku.
it's above all expectations for me.
Chooses to go back. Dyer gets it back. Looking to break out here. Played out to the right. Has it out wide now. Lucas Moura plays it in.
Let's just get it clear. Worry about that later.
Rose. Oh, really good feet. And here's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min has come loose. So who's he picking out? Lo Celso. Lo Celso! And he's there to make a great save.
Suddenly I'm finding it very difficult to pick anyone out.
Wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Mats Hummels tries to get it forward quickly.
Right, is Allen on the ball?
He gets past his man.
Oh, no.
Loose ball. Who's going to get there?
Oh, he's going to get to it as well, which is infuriating.
Look,
Because whenever I win a tackle like that, I'm never able to get up first to it.
There's still time for some ebb.
Son Heung-min in with the challenge.
Ah, terrible pass. I was hoping he was going to try and pass it there. Uh-oh.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Hoists it forward.
I couldn't get to it in time. Going to make another change.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Coco's been doing very well for us recently, so I'm going to bring him on. I don't see the need to change much else, to be honest with you, except for maybe pushing these midfielders back up again.
The final 5 minutes.
Oh, it's a chance. It's a goal. 2-1. And you daren't switch off when Joel Linton is in form, because he'll punish you. 2 goals on the day.
That's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning
Very much a transition goal, but uses his strength to hold the defender off, and he just slots it away. It was all about that accidental interception. It came off the heel of, I think, maybe Hayden.
Take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Lo Celso. Alderweireld goes looking.
I've switched off a little bit there. Come on.
That intervention was
What the
very
hell?
necessary. Plays it back, and it's Rose. Newcastle hits one.
Lo Celso quickly realised that he could have a pop.
Defender completely switched off, and luckily it didn't cost us. It's a 2-1 victory, and I am ecstatic with that. That is a brilliant result for Newcastle.
They have won it at the margin.
I daren't say that it's the turning point in the season, but we are starting to put together a very decent run of results.
And persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep.
Today was all about Joel Linton's strength on the ball,
his
ability to hold a man off, his ability to spot a finish, and his ability to execute that finish. Dubravka, very, very good performance from Dubravka. He made a couple of very important stops. Still very, you'll see here, I brought the defender out instead of holding back, and that just opened up the space for Kane to make his run. It's really, really irritating. But hey, what can you do? And there you go, Hayden's back heel into... I mean, I'm just I'm just loving it. John Joe Shelvey picks the ball up from the deflection off of Hayden, plays it off to Coco, who's able then to plays it into Joel Linton, off to Coco, through ball to Joel Linton, able to hold the man off, take a first time shot, and cool as a cucumber into the bottom hand corner. And that's all that she wrote. 2-1, 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. We've properly FM'd them, and I do not give a monkey's. 7.5 for Joel Linton, only 6.5 for Dubravka. Lascelles 5.5. I don't know if he might have been the guilty party rushing out. It's my fault though if it is. And Nkunku gets a 6 for coming on. He didn't do himself any disservice at all. Very happy with that result, and we march on. Brighton shock result against Liverpool. I know Brighton, I think Brighton are riding quite high up the table, but that still has to be considered a shock result for them. Newcastle 2, Tottenham 1 we just watched. West Ham going down 4-1 to Norwich at home. Everton 2-0 to Southampton. Wolves were beaten 1-0 by Chelsea at their place. Arsenal 2, Preston North End 0, Watford 0, West Brom 1. Manchester United given a tonking by Manchester City. The blue half of Manchester will be smiling tonight. Fulham 2, Burnley 4. That's a result for Burnley. And Aston Villa 2, Bournemouth 4. And that's an important result because I believe Aston Villa are in our near futures. Looking at the table then, Newcastle climbed to 9th on 27 points. That puts us only 2 points away, 1 point depending on how things go in the Cups. It only puts us either 1 or 2 points away from the European qualifying places. West Ham obviously dropping down as a result of their defeat today. Brighton up to 5th. They are my surprise team so far this year, I have to say. West Ham starting to maybe drop off a little bit, but Brighton, wow. Aston Villa down in 13th. Let's have a look at the fixtures coming up so we know what's coming up next time that you visit me. So next up we'll be playing Bournemouth. I don't think we'll be playing that on the show. Aston Villa after that, then West Ham. Let's have a look what we've got going on after West Ham. Manchester United, well that's got to be the game to come back for in the FA Cup third round. We might make it a double header along with West Ham. Since it's the opening day of the transfer window, I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.